So one of the problems with websites is that there's a misconception that you need to be a web designer and constantly be logged in and updating it. There are some tools that are really going to help your website look amazing, and you don't have to do anything other than basically, if you know how to text, you can update your website. Desert Wind is probably going to be one of the few schools that has this, so we're kind of leading the front. Now, on our webpage, what we have is called static content, meaning that nothing is going to change about it. If I insert new photos here, I have to log in, I have to upload, I have to blah, blah, blah. That takes time we don't have. So what we're going to do is we're going to embed some dynamic content, meaning you can basically send a picture or type a text, and it'll automatically update on your website. So there's no logging in to the SISD Site Manager account anymore. You just have to have an app on your phone or go to a website that you can easily update some stuff a little easier than this interface. So what we're going to do below our bio is we're going to put a Twitter feed here. Now, the district a couple of years ago really stressed that every teacher have a Twitter account. Some teachers say, I'm not going to do it. Some teachers say are all on board, and they actually have lessons based around Twitter. Twitter is a great community of educators and professional development. Whether you post or not, whether it's a picture a month, a picture a semester, really it's an automatic feed. And once you use Twitter just a little bit, you're going to find that it does help you grow professionally as a teacher and keeps you connected to students in the community. So I'm going to go ahead and start a Twitter account by going to Twitter. Now, if you go to Twitter, it's going to ask you to log in. It's going to ask you to start a new account. I'm going to go ahead and start a new account. Now, I will say that I recommend you get a Gmail account because it's a lot easier to sign up for the things that I'm recommending with a Gmail account. I made up a Gmail account that's real easy, Ryan Trujillo Work. If you put the word work in the Gmail account, chances are it's going to be approved. Most Gmail email accounts have been taken, but you throw in the word work with your name and it probably is going to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and sign me up, and again, I'm walking through what I need to do. All right, notice the last step, it asks for my phone number. Some of you may be comfortable with that, some of you may not. It helps when you forget your password to have your password reset text to your phone number. All right, so choosing a username. Again, there's different usernames I can use. Obviously, Ryan Trujillo Work was already taken, or it's too long. So let me go ahead and pick RT Work. Let's see if that works. Already taken. Again, you may have to fiddle around with this a little bit. How about R Trujillo Work 1? You find one that settles your boat, you can go ahead and get started. All right, you're going to go ahead and click through and get started with your Twitter page. All right, so it's going to ask you all these websites that you want to maybe follow or people you want to follow. I just selected no to all of them. I ended up on here. Hopefully you get through that pretty fast. Doesn't take too long. So you can add a photo. You can add a photo. You don't have to spruce this up too much. Again, this is just a way to quickly feed information to your website. That's the only reason why we're using this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Profile and Settings, and we're going to click Settings. Now, if you toggle down, it's going to have something called Widgets. And widgets are going to be something that you're really going to like, because this is what's going to help you make your website look amazing. You're going to create new, and you're going to do Profile. I should have remembered my Twitter handle. So a Twitter handle is kind of like your address. So your Twitter handle is just your profile that you set up in the beginning. My profile was at R Trujillo Work 1. I'm going to choose my option. Go ahead and choose the embedded timeline. because that is going to embed it nice and neat. We're going to go ahead and all right, so go ahead and click the arrow. Forgot to do that. Click the arrow once you type in your handle, and then the display options, you're going to do embedded timeline. Now here we're going to customize it just a little bit so we can have it on our entire screen. So we're going to set up customization options. The height and the width, we're going to go ahead and make 600 and 600. What that does is it's going to make it kind of thick on your website, so it takes up the bottom part. Now I haven't done any tweets so far. That's why it says empty timeline. But I'm going to show you when I update it on Twitter, which you can do from your phone. If you download the app, it's as simple as doing a text message. So as soon as I click this, what that does is it says it copied this code right here. Now, are you ready to do some computer programming? Because that's what we're going to do on our web page over here. Now, in your computer is that code. Now, on our Flex editor, sorry, I'm going to go back to my home page, my welcome page, because that's where we're going to put it, my overview page. You're going to notice that on the very bottom, there's different viewing options. There's normal, which we're in now, which you're going to spend most of your time in normal. Preview, I don't even know why they have preview. It takes off everything. And then there's HTML. Now what this does is allow you to see the code. Now before you freak out, I'm going to go and push it, but all we're going to do is we're going to paste the link that we just copied. So this is all the code embedded on your website. Okay? You're going to go down to the very, very bottom, hit enter, and you're going to hit Control V or right click and hit paste. So you're going to save it. Now what that does is it's going to put your Twitter feed on the bottom of your page. Now I don't have any tweets yet, so I don't think it's going to be very exciting, but notice it says an empty timeline. That's weird. Check for tweets. I'm going to go back to my Twitter account, and again, it's much easier on your cell phone. You can do it from the website. I'm going to do it from the website because I can't really show you my cell phone here, but I'm going to type in hello world, and then I'm going to tweet it out. Again, on your phone, it takes 2 seconds. It's basically like doing a text message. Notice that I could have put a picture. I could have uploaded a poll. I could have done my location. Don't recommend doing location. Now I'm going to go back to my website, and I'm going to see what that looks like. So right now it's empty. I'm going to go ahead and close it, and let me go ahead and view the website again. Let's see if it updated it. Check for tweets. Actually, let me go directly to the website. Now this is not the sample view website. This is the actual. So here's the sample teacher I created right here. And so again, this is on the actual website, and that's weird. So if you refresh it, check in another browser, you're going to notice that it pops up right there. So whatever you tweet, whether it be a picture, what's going on in your classroom, celebration, you are the media that the world's going to see of your classroom. So make sure it's positive. Make sure you're showing student learning and all that. It's a great way to have your website look dynamic without having to do any coding or anything like that on the end.